This setup's theme was established by the stickers that a wonderful friend of mine gifted me. It was an interesting challenge using these stickers because I would have not ordinarily chosen these stickers myself, but the end result is something I actually do quite like. Now, this was created when I was on a family trip in Las Vegas. Hopefully I'll get the vlog up soon. So because it was a road trip, I essentially threw all my pastel colored things into a bag and decided on that day I recorded this what colors I ended up wanting to use. This is also why this video is a bit on the late side for this month. Now, because I function very much on a logic and rules basis, when I create spreads like this, I start out with a general rule set, which is usually just colors, and then as I create particularly the cover page, I start establishing the rest of the rules that inform how I structure or choose elements for the rest of the spreads. So in this case, because I knew I wanted to use the stickers as a focal point, I put those down first. Then when I started picking the washi tape, I chose colors that balanced it out. Then I realized just keeping the washi tapes horizontal but not exactly touching all the stickers made a very interesting look that I liked, so I maintained that rule for the rest of those spreads that I make. Here I'm adding a bunch of these watercolor dots that I had. I just thought they added a bit more dimension and filled up a lot of the blank space. I actually had two sizes, so I would end up adding the larger sizes after I write the title. Now I know the title isn't exactly in the center. I realized that as I was writing it, but I was like, it looks just center enough that I can bear with it and it kind of fit with the overall look. A key thing for me when doing bullet journaling is not trying to make it overly perfect. One of the things bullet journaling has helped me with is being okay with making mistakes. While you should always strive to do the best job that you can possibly can, you shouldn't stress yourself over all the what ifs that could have happened, both for the good or for the worse. Now please forgive all the changes in lighting that you see throughout this setup. A part of this YouTube channel is me figuring out content that I want to create and stuff that I actually need to film that content. For this video, the lesson that I learned is that I need to bring a light source with me. Now the setup only has 3 spreads, which is the cover page, my monthly overview, and essentially the next week's weekly spread. So I'm still trying to figure out what other spreads that I would like to include for the month. If you guys have any ideas, let me know down in the comments, particularly if they're ones relating to recording what may be the more quiet moments in life. I am using the rather popular zebra midliners for all the color letters in the spread, but anything that is in black is just your common gel pen you can probably find in most stores. This spread is a new format that I'm currently experimenting with. Unlike the previous month where I had a very small section for the weekly events, I decided to expand it for this month a little bit in order so I can also record things that may happen during that day. Now for this week, I decided to skip making the habit tracker. The format is not working very well for me, so I'll have to figure out another way to include it in my journal if I do include it in my journal at all. Also, I was on a trip, so all my habits kind of went out the window. It's one of those eternal battles of when you disrupt a schedule, is that how do I keep things that work according to that schedule, and when you're back in that schedule, do I still keeping it because it function without it? Yeah, it's a whole kind of circular thing. Other news, I now have a Instagram page, so if you would like to follow me on there, you can find the link down in the description below. Like this channel, I'm still figuring out what I want to post. I am not a chronic social media user, so that's going to be very interesting. Let me know what you think of this week's setup. If you liked it, please consider subscribing and giving a like and a comment. And I'll see you in the next video.